All right, good afternoon, everybody. My speech topic today is the beauty of traveling Southeast Asia. So imagine yourself kicking back on a beach with clear blue water lapping on your feet. You're sipping a very cold coconut. You're staying at this rural hut on these islands, and the best part about it is that it's only costing you around $10-15 a night. But maybe this is too laid back for your kind of vacation. Imagine yourself now in a very fast growing city. Technology is blooming, innovations are happening by the minute, and food is just around every street corner, and just about every kind of entertainment you could possibly think of is within your fingertips. Just a short drive away, you're now in the mountains, surrounded by some of the world's tallest peaks and jagged limestone cliffs. So, what am I talking about? Where is this? These are all the places I just mentioned. Ladies and gentlemen, the places I just mentioned are all found in Southeast Asia. I've been to 40 countries in the world, all around the world, and I've been to Southeast Asia twice. And I know a lot of people don't know a lot about this section of the world, but as an American that is not rich, just an ordinary, middle class human being, person that doesn't speak any of the foreign languages in this area, and someone who just likes to travel, likes culture, likes adventure, I want to persuade you all to take your next vacation and go to Southeast Asia because it is super cheap, it's super cultural, and it's super easy. Everyone needs a vacation. We don't want to work ourselves to death. In fact, Americans work some of the most hours than anybody else in the world. But there's so many options when you decide to go on which kind of a vacation. There's so many places in the world that you go to. I mean, after all, the sky is your limit. But unless you are super rich and you are just a daredevil of a go-getter and anything happens can fulfill your needs, most likely there are some things that can eliminate places off of our could-go places. And those are usually prices, convenience, or maybe it's just not the kind of trip that you're looking for. A lot of us have dream destinations. I too have dream destinations just like you. Some of mine are Norway, Iceland, or New Zealand. I don't know what your dream destinations are, but I've been to some of those places, from the coveted Switzerland all the way to unheard of places like Laos. And I found that in my life, the main driving force to whether I go to which place is probably affordability. Can I even afford to go there? And also, how familiar is it to me? And is it interesting? But let's just be honest. It's going to take you a while to get the budget to go to Norway or Switzerland. When I was in Western Europe, a good day for me was around 100 to 150 euros. That's if I didn't really do anything. If I was in Asia, a good day for me would be around $10 to $15. That's if I didn't really do anything. We also don't like uncomfortable places that take us out of our comfort zones. It's important to step outside of our comfort zones, but maybe sometimes we just want to be comfortable, like on a vacation. We also don't want to go to a place that is boring. If only there was one place that fits all of these places. And although you may not think so, Southeast Asia fulfills all of these problems and even more. Justin Ocean is a journalist who has traveled through Asia. He says, on a basic level, Asia offers activities for any appetite. I've lost myself in the techno future of Shanghai and lain languidly by jungle rivers in Laos. Brave bedbugs at $5 a night budget hotels and spend a few $100s on 5-star luxury hotels. And it's all still a bargain. Margaret Loftus, she's another travel blogger that reported to U.S. News. She said, Travelers fresh from the Pacific Rim boast of gorging themselves on 65 cents pad thai at street stalls in Bangkok, Thailand, and picking up silver bracelets in Bali for $1 each. Hong Kong hotels are luring visitors with discounts of more than 30% on last year's rates and offering room upgrades and free breakfast. Think of it as the silver lining to the global economic crisis. Travel and shopping abroad are getting cheaper again. In Asia, where the values of the Indonesian rupiah fell almost 85% against the dollar from mid-1997 to mid-1998, and where even the Japanese yen is worth 40% less than it was in 1995. A third witness from bootsmell.com, which is composed of travelers, and they put their information on that site. They say, culturally, Southeast Asia is far too vivid and diverse to sum up in one paragraph. There are so many different traditions, languages, lifestyles, factions, and beliefs and customs to immerse yourself in and explore, all within a relatively small geographic area. Many Southeast Asian cultures work very hard to maintain their historical rituals and practices. Even as modernity sweeps through the area, so finding opportunities to learn about the culture firsthand is never difficult. So from research and other testimonies, we can find that many people can testify to the fact that Asia, Southeast Asia, is a wonderful place to go to. We can see that funds do stretch here, and how a budget that goes for a month in Europe can stretch for several months in Southeast Asia. They also explain how easy it is to travel here. Nomadic Matt, he's a famous backpacker that has his own travel site. He says, the backpacking trail through Southeast Asia is well worn. People have been traveling it since the 1970s. Starting in beautiful Thailand, the trail makes its way up and upcoming Laos and through Vietnam and through the temples of Angkor Wat in Cambodia. So this place is definitely very well traveled, and let me tell you, the people there, they thrive off of tourism. They want you to go there, and they learn English so they can help you, so you can give them money so they can make a living. So even if you don't really know what you're doing, the people there do know what you're doing or what you want to do, and they'll give you suggestions, and they will help you on your journey. So if you're lost and confused, they'll help you. If you can't find the bus station will come to you. You don't have to be having a vacation confused in a foreign country. This geographic area has endless opportunities, and I can surely testify. If you want to climb mountains, this place has the tallest mountains in the world. The Himalayas are in your backyard. If you like the ocean, this place has the premier and cheapest scuba diving in the world. If you want food, it's literally found everywhere on the streets. And the best part, it's super cheap. With some research, you'll have very few problems navigating this area. So how can you make all this happen? First of all, you need to do some research. You need to figure what route you're going to take. You need to research where are the places that you want to visit in this area, and do some minor research on each, knowing that it will change and that you can definitely ask people questions and people will definitely know what you want to do once you get there. There is another travel blogger called Lane Carlson, and she stresses different places means diverse languages and cultures. So we have to learn at least the do's and don'ts in each of them. Like when getting into the sacred temples in Cambodia or Laos, we need to wear appropriate attire. So that stresses the importance of doing some research ahead of time, knowing that some will change. In conclusion, I just want to reiterate, all of us needs a vacation. But we don't want to break the bank going on our vacation. We also don't want to have so much anxiety over the trip of going to a foreign place that we can't sleep at night. And we also want to go to a place that is somewhat interesting, even though it's cheap. And a logical choice I want to present to you is Southeast Asia. Why? Because Southeast Asia is well marked for travelers, and the fun is assured, and the prices is incredible. You spend more money in America here at Southern in a day than you probably would having the time of your life in Southeast Asia. Hearing the testimonies of so many people I want to encourage you all to make a reasonable and achievable choice for your next vacation. It's okay to have a dream destination. I have a dream destination too, and I hope one day you all will be able to go to your dream destination. But in the meantime, when you're not at the pinnacle of your life, consider Southeast Asia for your next vacation. Thank you very much.